already back from Vegas. I had great time there with Microsoft, who's been a long-term partner with my conference Loic. That's how I met so many Microsoft friends. I said yesterday there was something going on with Seesmic and Microsoft. Well, you know, we're developing with Microsoft's help a mobile client, which is all Silverlight based. You know, their new kind of Adobe Flash competitor. As always, I've met many interesting people there, like Facebook friends, you know, talking about Facebook applications, talking about the wife Facebook application, which was a joke over dinner and was fun.
What's the wife application, the Facebook wife?
I have absolutely no idea.
We have Facebook PR. So what do you think we should, can we talk about the Facebook wife?
If you build it, you can talk
about it. It's a third party. It's a third party application.
It's good.
I think it would be a great application.
Everybody's like that. So let me explain. No. So it's a third party. It's not official Facebook at all, right? So the Facebook wife application goes on your Facebook profile, and each time a woman connects, like you add a connection,
you get a notification.
You get a notification.
Your wife gets a notification.
Your wife, no, but she gets a notification.
Real-time SMS alert.
Real-time SMS.
Fax,
yes.
courier, and FedEx.
Okay.
Most of the conference was very, very geeky because it was full of developers, which gave me some opportunities to talk with them about our API. But I was on the only, I think, panel of business people. So talking about business models of Web 2.0. If you want the entire panel, you can go to TechCrunch. Duncan has blogged it entirely. But you know, here are some bits of it. Very interesting people on the panel: Frank Arrigo of Microsoft, Brian Bignac of Jaked, and Tim Kendall of Facebook. So 3 ways to monetize Seesmic for us to think about. One is obviously advertising, and I'd love to learn from you on that. Of course, the other one is I think companies like, you know, Six Apart with Typepad, like those in Europe or others, I've shown on Flickr. I've shown that the pro version business model works. And so we're hoping we'll have a pro version which will be enough for people to pay. And the third one is obviously, and we already have demand for that, is obviously using Seesmic as a platform for enabling, you know, like a dating site with video conversations that is licensed model. I also met at the panel Chris Saad, who really is very, very smart and explains what is data portability. What if you don't know what it is, you should really learn. Here is what it is. I'm with Chris Saad. Hi, Chris.
Hey, how are you?
And so, can you explain, like, for dummies, data portability initiative? Why do I need it?
Why do you need it? The initiative is all about a philosophy that we have, which is that the user controls and owns the data they create and the data that they produce on a web service. So, yeah, we're going from that philosophy. We are talking to vendors and developers and designers and giving them the best practices for making it possible for their users to take their data with them when they leave. Okay. Or not when they leave necessarily, but when they between services, so they can synchronize up. So if you like upload your photos to Flickr, and that's where you usually keep all your photos that are online, and then there's some other site that comes out called the Acme photo editing software. We want that Acme photo editing app to automatically discover that you use Flickr, and it'll ask you, do you mind if we grab your photos from Flickr so that you can edit them? And so Flickr will say, do you want to let Acme photo editing software access your photos? You say yes, and so Acme photo editing can manipulate your photos for you.
So if I build a new site from scratch, what are the standards you think I should support?
Well, we're still working through the exact specification and which standards will be included, but there are a few pretty sure bets like OpenID, OAuth, RSS, Atom, APML, OPML. So that stack of standards is pretty much going to be included, and we're writing a story about how those standards connect together and how to make them work together.
And so that's dataportability.org?
Yes.
And how can you name like the largest sites that support it?
We have individuals involved from all over the place, including Facebook, Google, Microsoft, LinkedIn, Plaxo, Twitter, all those guys, and Yahoo as well, and Flickr, as I said. So yeah, there's a bunch of really large vendors involved, but more importantly, there's a bunch of standards groups and individuals and developers involved, and they're the ones, and startups as well. So they're the ones that are probably going to move first. Like Seesmic, exactly. So they're probably going to be the ones that move first, and they're going to implement a lot of this stuff, and they're the ones that are really driving the conversation. The vendors are not controlling the conversation. They don't need to sign off on anything. It's all about consensus and code. So as the community comes to a consensus about something, we'll ratify it, build it into a best practice, and then the vendors can choose to implement that or not, and those who don't may get left behind.
Cool,
So,
thank you, Chris.
no worries.
And he described something I thought fascinating, which is the reverse of CRM, you know, customer relationship management, where basically they try to gather as much information about you, and then they push you information, they send you mailings, and they try to sell you their stuff. We described and we talked about a reverse, the opposite of this, which I think he calls VRM, whatever. Basically, the idea is you would center this around your needs and you explain what you need. Like, I need to buy a plane ticket to go to, I don't know, South by Southwest in Texas next week, for example. And you publish this anonymously, and the brands on the reverse come and pitch on this to get your business. So it's non-intrusive, and the data is under your protection. You know, think about that. I think it's very, very, very cool. See you tomorrow. Oh, and you have enough.